Hello everyone, this is Chris with the US Tech Channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the LG Optimus G Pro, the Samsung Galaxy S4, and the Note 3. And because I'm just a normal consumer, I don't have a actual Note 3. I'm using this video to kind of gauge how popular this device might be and what videos you guys might like to see in the future. So please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that'll help me get the new phone and dedicate a little bit of my off time to do the video. Sorry if you hear a baby in the background, that's my daughter. She was born just 4 months ago, so she's been taking some of our time up here. The LG Optimus G Pro is what I use on a daily basis. I loved the HTC One, however the screen was a little bit small. Before that I had the HTC Droid DNA. It was a great device, high resolution, but still with a 5-inch screen, it wasn't as much real estate as I wanted. I never had the original Note. I did have the Note 2. I did like the extra real estate on that one, but the resolution wasn't there. So it was not like I was blind. I needed a bigger screen. So I had to root the device, change the density, the LCD density, to earn more real estate. Normally, if you get a device that just has a bigger screen, I mean, you won't be able to really utilize that unless your resolution is better in general. The icons will still be really big right here on your home screen. Maybe if you go into a browser though, you'll be able to pinch zoom and see more of the website at once. I do like the Galaxy S4 and the test with HTC One, Galaxy S4, and LG Optimus G Pro showed that all these devices, because they have similar hardware, performed just about the same. I noticed that the Galaxy S4 did seem to lag a little bit, and I believe that's due to the TouchWiz interface and all the things they had on there and running. Of course, if you do decide to root the device, you can take some of that software off. There's a lot of support from developers with Samsung devices, especially the S line, and the future Note will have a lot of support, I'm sure, so that you can really customize your experience and get the phone performing the way you want it with the software you want on it. With the LG Optimus G Pro, unfortunately, you're not going to have as much support. They do have root for it. People have tried to port over CyanogenMod, but there's still a few complications with that. Not everything runs perfectly, whereas you are more likely to get full support with CyanogenMod and some other ROMs with a Samsung device. One of the things the Galaxy Note 3 will have over these devices is a 2.3 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor in the US that will run faster than these are running right now. However, I don't really have that many problems with the LG Optimus G Pro. I have a lot of apps installed on the device. I play some games like X-Plane, Zombie Highway, and there's no lag at all. Moving on to the screen, of course, this has a 5.5-inch screen and 1080 resolution. The Note 3 will have a 5.7-inch screen and 1080 resolution. The Galaxy S4, 5 inches, 1080, really crisp device. Out of the three, it's going to have the highest pixel density, obviously, because of the size and resolution. 400 is still really good, and the Note 3 will come in just below that, again, because of the resolution and the size. That'll push it down to 386 pixels per inch. This is a AMOLED, Super AMOLED screen, while this is a true full HD IPS plus LCD. I did run some direct sunlight tests, and you could see the LG Optimus G Pro a lot better. Because of the algorithms in the Samsung Galaxy S4, if it's really bright outside, auto is actually brighter than full brightness. Just take note of that if you see any tests. Let's see. This phone has 2 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, and it has a micro SD slot, which will give you up to an additional 64 gigabytes in capacity. So there's really no memory issues here. The S4 has 2 gigs of RAM. This one has 16, but there are also 32 and 64 gig versions available, and you can expand it via micro SD. The Note 3 will have 3 gigs of RAM and come in 32 and 64 gig variants, and offer micro SD expansion for cards up to 64 gigabytes, which is great. A lot of people like their micro SD cards because they move on to other phones. They want to keep everything on a micro SD that they can just swap out. That's where the HTC One lacks, and along with the iOS devices. The battery on the Galaxy Note 3 will have a capacity of 3,200 milliamp hours. The Galaxy S4 has 2,600 milliamp hours, which is really good because the device is quite a bit smaller. The screen that has the power is smaller. The LG Optimus G Pro has a good amount of capacity, 3,140 milliamp hours. It has gotten me through the day most of the time. It does have wireless charging built in, where we had added on the Galaxy S4, and the Note 3 will probably support wireless charging. I don't even really see that many notes about it, but just from past versions of the Galaxy line, there probably will be a way to enable wireless charging. Operating system wise, these devices start off on 4.2, still on 4.2. Let's go to the software version right here. You can see 4.2.2, LG Optimus G Pro. I've never installed a software update, and I've had just I believe I got it when it came out. We're on actually 4.1.2 here. Galaxy Note 3 should be coming out with 4.3. Now, of course, the Galaxy S4 is lighter and smaller, 136.6 millimeters tall versus 151.2 millimeters tall on the Note 3, 69.8 millimeters wide, whereas the Note 3 is 79.2 millimeters wide. This is 7.9 millimeters thick without the wireless charging back or wireless charger aftermarket installed, and the Note 3 will be 8.3 millimeters thick. Please note that this does have wireless charging built in, so this is the thickness with wireless charging. It comes in a little bit shorter than the Note 3 at 150.2. Remember, the Note 3 is 151.2. 76.1 millimeters wide, so it's a few, like 3 millimeters skinnier than the Note 3, and it is just about 1.1 millimeters thicker and coming in at around 4 grams heavier than the Note 3. All these devices should have really good cameras. We can do some tests and show the actual results soon. Something worth mentioning is that aftermarket support for the Galaxy S4 will lead the pack versus the Note 3 and LG Optimus G Pro, with the Note 3 coming in second and the LG Optimus G Pro coming in last. It took a long time to get some cases for the Optimus G Pro after its release, and of course manufacturers really jumped on the Galaxy S4, and they're already beginning to jump on the Note 3. In my closing notes, I want to mention that LG has come a long way. I did have the LG Optimus View. It was a really nice phablet, design-wise, 4x3, huge device, huge topic of conversation no matter where I was at a restaurant, anywhere. However, the hardware was not that good, and it provided a real slow experience. Now, the LG Optimus G Pro is completely different from that. It's a really solid performer. It has the resolution that the Note 2 didn't have, and the speed that it didn't have. It has the speed to keep up with devices like the Galaxy S4 and the HTC One. If you're going to jump ship from the LG Optimus G Pro or the Galaxy S4, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Right now, this device is really cheap, the cheapest out of the three. Buying it from at&T directly. Galaxy S4 prices will drop as well, so that will leave the Note 3 being the most expensive device, obviously because it is the newest device and bound to be really popular. Again, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hopefully that will help me purchase this new device when it comes out and do actual benchmarks on all three devices and show real-life functionality.